I have the honor to submit the following report upon circumstances relative to an eruption of the Katmai volcano, Alaska, beginning June 6, 1912, to effects and conditions from Kodiak Island and vicinity, and to duty performed by the Manning in this connection.
Information comes of a reliable character that through the action of a volcano in the neighborhood of Kodiak, Alaska, more than 1,000 people are rendered homeless, and unless aid can be given them, they are likely to suffer severely.
My dear wife Tanya, first of all, I will let you know of our unlucky voyage. I do not know if we'll be alive and well. Every minute we are awaiting death.
The situation in Kodiak is most serious, and immediate aid must be provided or great suffering will result.
Well, hell busted in Kodiak for sure. And although more than likely we are busted financially, I feel more than fortunate that we are all alive. For 48 hours we awaited our death at any moment.
I lived through 2 days and nights of the most terror-producing experience that has ever come to a person in Alaska. No one who has not passed through such a horror-producing cataclysm can realize what it is to have the feeling that you're going to be buried alive, all the while being hemmed in by a blackness such as you had never previously known and from which there seemed to be no escape. Such a sensation came to the people of the little village of Kodiak during the terrific eruption of Mount Katmai, nearly 100 miles away in June 1912, while I was living there. On Thursday, June 6, 1912, my cousin and I, who were teachers in the territorial school in the town of Kodiak, went fishing at one of the nearby lakes. During the day, we heard deep rumblings, but we were not particularly disturbed. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as we emerged from the forest, we saw for the first time a huge, fan-shaped cloud directly west of the village. It was the blackest and densest cloud that I have ever seen. Lightning frequently flashed through. When we reached town, we found that we were not the only people who were frightened. No one knew what was going to happen, but felt certain something terrible was in store. By 5 o'clock, a very light ash began to fall. We went out with spoons and began dishing it up. Perhaps we thought the ashes would melt. I don't know, but as I look back, I know no one was very sane. By 8 o'clock that night, it was pitch dark. The ash was falling so heavily that our greatest anxiety was whether we should be able to get another breath. The gases were nauseating, and to add to our terror, earthquake shocks became almost continuous. We began thinking of the fate of the people of Pompeii and of being buried alive. We were sure our time had come. There was a slight lull at about 10 that night, and we thought maybe the worst was over. Our relief was short-lived, and for 4 long hours the noise, gas, and shocks became almost unbearable. That was a night of horror. But we consoled ourselves that we were still alive at 6 o'clock Friday morning. Hildred Davies Erskine.
Many of the men and women of Kodiak are deserving of the highest tribute that can be paid. It should be a matter of great pride to every American citizen that even in such a remote settlement, men and women are found who, forgetful of themselves in times of peril, can face danger and threaten death with such coolness as we of the Manning observed, and all working on behalf of the weak and suffering. Respectfully, K.W. Perry, Captain, U.S. Revenue Cutter Service Commanding, June 21st, 1912.